Yes, let's talk about toads.
So you knew Mr. Toad was out there at midnight on the patio whenever I took the dog out, right?
Yes.
He was my special friend. And then he sat on my foot the day
Mhm.
you were over.
Yes.
All right. So he didn't come out this spring or summer. So I've been kind of upset about that. But then I found the flattened dead little toad on my patio next to my chair, which made me, I go out barefoot at night. So obviously it wasn't me who stepped on that little baby.
You would have known.
But so I've been thinking of him as the reincarnation of Mr. Toad, but the dog stepped on it.
Oh, poor baby.
I know. So I'm out there tonight and sitting on the patio right next to my chair where I always sit is Mr. Toad number 3. He just reincarnated again. And he's a teeny little baby, but he's right there.
Right there.
Right there. And I'm like kept Anna away from.
Now, did you remove the carcass of the prior?
No, it's still there.
So number 3 can see number 2 and he's still there.
That could be why he was there originally, because he was there when I came outside.
Wow.
Could have been looking at his prior.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I do, since I believe in reincarnation now, given my recent experiences. Yeah, sure. This is Mr. Toad number 3. He's trying it again.
Poor guy.
Didn't work very well the second time.
All he wants is a fly. Gosh.
All he wants is to sit next to me on the patio.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All right. So here's something else. I forget why I thought of it last night, but I remembered something else that should have been on my bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a little girl in school, sometimes the other girls had these things made out of folded paper that tell your fortune.
Yeah, I used to have those.
Well, I never knew how to make one, and I didn't have a big sister who made me one, and I've wanted one all my life.
I can make one for you.
Well, you know what? I looked it up on YouTube and I made one.
Yay. You do the color and you count the name. I mean,
yeah. So I have it and I'm going to read your fortune.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
But, I can't believe it took me this long to finally get one of these stupid things.
That is so cute.
But I was so jealous when I was little because all the cool girls had them and I didn't have one.
Oh.
All right. So
let's start.
Come up with a question, and it's a question in the format of, is blank going to happen?
All right. I can't say that. I was going to say, is Donald Trump going to hell?
How about prison? Let's ask that.
All right, prison.
Really? I don't want to convince you if you don't want to do that one. I can do another one that you want to do.
Let's say, is Trump going to realize his lie, or is he going to ever come around to being
admit lying?
Decent person? Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to ever be a decent person.
Well, that's what we're asking.
Okay, well, that will be an interesting answer because
let's see what the fortune teller tells us.
All righty. So you have to tell me a color: red, blue, yellow, or green.
I'm going to say green.
Green. Yes. Give me a number: 1, 4, 5, or 8.
5.
So the answer is
no. I'll give you another.
The answer is no.
Oh, good. There you go. He's never going to look. Okay. Well,
all right. I believe in my fortune telling thing now.
I thought I had to. Once you counted the numbers, then I had to pick another number, and that's where the answer was. But now we can't do it because I like that answer.
This is the way it showed me on YouTube.
You just do, you don't count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I tell you another one, and then you.
I thought I did that.
Did you?
Let's see if he's going to prison. Tell me a color: red, blue, green, yellow.
Red.
RED. 1, 4, 5, or 8.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Now you have to ask me a
1,
number.
4, 5, or 8.
Okay. 8.
Yes, in the future.
Whoa, good. He's going to prison in the future. There you go.
Wow, this thing is
It's
hot.
right.
It's magic. Okay, ask another question. I'm having fun.
Oh, let's think of another question that I would ask. Mm, new. Oh, no, that's too important.
Yeah, I
Is
know. You don't want to risk something important to
I
chance.
know, like the Ukrainians and
Oh, no, no, I wouldn't do that.
yeah. Oh, I got it. Well, I know it is a benefit. Okay. Are the Finns and Sweden's joining NATO going to benefit the Ukraines?
All right, red, blue, yellow, green.
Yellow.
YELLOW 2367.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2367.
Oh, tell me what 7 says. I didn't do 7 last time, did I?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You must do something still to have it happen.
Oh,
Something else has to happen.
before it'll be well, you know what? They haven't actually, they've just applied to NATO, so it's not official that they've joined. So maybe the extra that has to happen before it's beneficial is their members.
Well, we're really good at coming up with retrospective explanations of why my fortune telling sheets of paper work.
I know, right? Right?
I think this is absolutely fabulous.
I do too.
I've been wanting one for years and years and years and years.
That's fun.
If you think about it, how long have I wanted one? I've wanted 65, and I was maybe 12.
10 or 12, yeah.
So it's been over half a century. I've wanted one of these damn things. And I finally got one.
I want to make one now. Hear my paper? I always have paper. That's fun.
I know.
I want you to ask questions too. Oh my gosh, we could do a whole nother video on these. I mean,
Well, I tell you, if somebody wants to say a color and a number, we can tell them the answer to their question. They don't even have to, if they put it in the comments, and we don't even have to know their question.
there you go. That's right. That would be fun.
It would be fun. Too bad nobody listens to us except for 2 really nice people in Germany.
I love it. Well, for those 2 people in Germany, hello. Ich bin.
Danke.
Yeah. No, I'm learning now. I'm on, what is it? Almost unit 2 of Duolingo German. And I've learned about how to say if you're a waiter or waitress, an actor and actress, a student or professor. I think one of my favorite words is odor, which means or, but I like saying it because it makes me sound like a Viking. Ja, oder nein. I like it. So, those 2 people, if you listen to this one,
thank you.
yes,
We
danke.
really appreciate you. You're our only audience.
Yes.
Although we're 7 away from a total, not individual episode, but a total for all episodes. We're 7 away from 200.
That's
But I think
amazing.
people only listen for a couple of minutes and then they turn it off,
Well,
which
that's
is
okay.
fine.
Yeah, I like we talked with each other like this anyway, so it's not even, like we're not taking extra time. This is what we do.
I know.
Now I am doing a fortune teller.
You
and
know how to
thinking,
make one without having to look it up?
of course.
Why didn't you make me one? We've known each other for years.
I didn't know. That's why I was just feeling like I have let you down.
Yes, you
But
have.
I
You could
did
have
not
made one for me.
know.
You could have given me one a decade ago.
Yes, we made them of all sizes, bitty ones, huge ones. Yeah. So, but yeah, so those, the 2 German or German Deutschland. Yeah. Aus Deutschland.
Yay.
Wait, oh my God. Zwei Mann oder Fraus aus Deutschland. We think that you're super, which is great.
I know, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They seem to listen all the time. We do have two now from the Russian
That is
Federation.
scary. I was thinking they have, I don't know, is that on YouTube or is that on the podcast?
That's on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, they listened once to something. I don't remember what it was, but they just came back and listened to the last hearing.
Ooh.
Presumably, even though the Russian Federation is a very large place with a lot of people, I presume it's the same person twice, not two different people.
Well,
so it could be a Putin person, which is scary.
It
could be just someone who can get outside information.
Yeah, no, Putin's he thrives on fear. So it is not scary if it's Putin just saying. He is sure I'm bigger than he is. And you know what? Screw Putin. How about that? Yes, yeah, that's what I said. And that's what I
I think he was trounced by the Pussy Riot, the band that he kept putting in jail all the time and sending to Siberia.
Idiot.
I think that they came out on top.
Oh yeah. Anybody that, speaks the truth comes out on top when it comes to Putin, because he's in he's in a different world. Let's see. I'm doing different colors than you. Oh, I should have done. Oh, well.
So I don't know what you're going to write as possible answers.
Well, I'm going to figure it out.
But the question I'm going to ask is.
Oh, don't tell me yet. Let me do my numbers and then my answers, I guess. Oh, okay. I can't do them that fast, because if you do, then I won't know if my answers are tailored to your question.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. I'm doing my answers now. All right. Play. Okay. 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 These are stupid answers. Okay.
Hurry up.
I only got 1, 2, 3 more. Okay. And then. Okay. I hope I have just as many positives as negatives.
I was very careful about that, I'll have you know.
Well, I'm doing this so fast. I don't.
Some people, I remember, make them where it's alternating yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Oh, really? Oh, I have everything.
That's too simple.
Okay, well, I just finished it. So let me close it back up and we'll start.
So my question is, am I going to get any real and official assistance with the harassing phone call situation?
All right.
Because I had 40 harassing phone calls in just a few days. And I've been trying to get assistance from the campus police, but they're not helpful at all.
Right. So.
And they were spoofed to look as if they came from the multicultural center, and the messages were racist. So yeah. I need assistance with this, and it's scary.
I bet it is, but we're going to have to depend on the fortune teller tonight.
I know. But even when I played the messages for the chief of campus police recently, my heart starts pounding just listening to it.
Well, then we're going to have to change the question, because this is just a little piece of paper that I wrote a bunch of stuff on. I don't want to answer for, that's just too important. Yeah, let's do a different question.
No, that's a good one. I'm actually comfortable with that.
But I don't want the answer to be a negative, and I've got negatives in here.
All right. Is it a good idea for me to start publicizing about the situation, which is my next step?
Okay. So we have brown, gold, tan, and white.
Gold.
GOLD. We have 3, 4, 8, and 7.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
See, isn't it fun? Isn't this fun?
It is. It is.
Boop, boop,
we have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 5.
2, of course.
Stu says with love.
Well, then,
Well, yeah, I can't believe that was my last one I put in there. I have definitely, of course, not in a million for sure. You can make it work. Forget it. Yes, and with love. What the heck? How can we
well, without attacking people. If I go
Oh,
public, don't be so negative about the campus police. Don't harm their reputations as much as any more than I need to.
oh, well, there we go. I like that. You made it work.
Yeah, retrospective explanations, I'm really good.
That is good. That's fun. It really is fun.
I'm really good at post hoc.
I like it.
Ad
Uh,
hoc, not so much.
see. Oh, what's this? Russia's getting destroyed by HIMARS right now. So that is, we've only sent 4 HIMARS, which are high something mobility artillery something something, and they just shoot nice. It's not long distance yet, but I think that it's longer than what Biden originally agreed to, because they don't want to send any artillery over that can be shot from the Ukraine and land in Russia. So they just want the Ukraine to be able to land in the areas of the Ukraine that Russia has taken over. So, but the HIMARS or whatever they're called that they had recently sent were at a, they had said they were not going to send anything over 30 meters, kilometers, I don't know. It was less than 30 miles. I know that.
Are we really opposed to the idea of the Ukraine invading Russia?
No, absolutely not. But the US doesn't want to, involve into that
Stir it up that much?
right now. Yeah, because then, that turns it into a whole world 3 or something.
I just don't want any
I
people
don't
or
agree.
animals, nice people or animals hurt.
It could, yeah, I know it could be over by now if we would have sent in some powerful equipment in the beginning before Russia started taking over all this land. But anyway, so
I certainly hope
now
we don't drop the ball on it.
I don't think we
That
are.
scares me. The thought that the US, that people are going to get so upset about oil prices that they decide they
Oh,
don't want to help Ukraine.
I know. That's what they're worried about, especially coming in the winter with the winter oil.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, they're worried about Europe.
Biden sold off the reserves, which is going to help bring the oil prices down. But you've got all the Republican campaign messages saying he should be impeached for this.
This is so wrong. And you know what? This whole support is bipartisan. So they're using the fact that Biden is doing this, which he's helping, in my opinion. He was, he's selling it, but he's helping because there's other countries way worse off than us with oil and food and everything else, So in support of the Ukraine, and it's because of this Ukraine Russian thing that, that we put these sanctions on Russian oil and
Frankly, it's the perfect opportunity to get away from fossil fuels
it really is. And
and
Germany,
stay the
yeah,
hell away from nuclear too, as far as I'm concerned.
they're doing a great job. Finland, I am so impressed with Finland. I want to go there. I actually do. They have been using since I guess the end of the war or end of the Winter War. I don't remember which one it was. It was World War II, but then Russia attacked them and took, I think, some of their border. But anyways, ever since then, Finland has put money into creating bunkers for their citizens. And there are so many underground bunkers in if a building is greater than a certain amount of square feet, it's mandatory that they include a bunker. So these bunkers are now being used for recreational purposes and such because there's no need for them for their citizens to go. I mean,
Right
they're in
now,
every
yeah,
city, yeah, but they're in every city, and
they can house the homeless.
I'm serious. I bet their homeless population is next to zero. But
Probably. They
these
don't have a medical system that bankrupts people when something goes wrong with their health.
yeah, I know. Anyways, I kind of like Finland. I don't know. What do they speak? Finnish? Yeah.
I think Finnish.
I think German too. So I think I'm good with German, huh?
I'm after retirement and after I finish renovating this house, I'm not opposed to living in another country.
Really?
Just how am I going to get my birds there? Merlin might like going on a ship, maybe.
Well, there you go. That's a great idea. They have cruises going across the country or across the ocean.
Yeah.
That's funny because I've been actually, watching all these videos on the Ukraine and Trump and stuff. I need a break. And so every so often YouTube will pop up something that I'm just not even thinking about. And I watched it was this man has a channel that he actually like takes train rides across the country and shows like a sleeper train and it was like
Ooh,
it was a 4-day 3-night Amtrak trip that he did. And
I hate riding trains. I hate riding Amtrak. It feels so icky.
yeah, well, he that's his whole channel is travel. So he does like first class at different airlines, business classes, it was really neat because, it was
I'm
on,
glad he has an audience for that.
he does. And
But
I
never make me go on a train to do a podcast,
really,
please.
yeah, no, I was thinking there's actually the train he was on started, I guess, in Chicago, and it went to Los Angeles, and it's supposedly the longest train ride in the country. And it wasn't until because it met up with another train, like it was a newer model and higher quality. They met up in somewhere down south, like not Louisiana, but higher up. Anyways, and his sleeper car that other people had, the rooms in, was hooked on to another train at that point that took the rest of the way to Los Angeles. Well, this other train, they've got like gourmet food for dinner and everything's all fancy and it looks clean. It's all glass. And I'm like, wow, because the other train was like almost on the level of a commuter train, other than it had bedroom cars or room cars. So, but anyway.
I've heard of some trains in Europe, like Italy, where people will bring their chickens and their pigs
Oh
on it.
Lord.
And I actually think it would be fun to ride with a pig.
Well, I don't know
that.
smell, but yeah.
So on taking trains a little step further,
Mhm.
when I was a young teenager, no, actually I was an older teenager. I was in college. And mom had this little fortune telling book
Uh-huh.
that has like 100+ questions that you can ask. And then you put your finger on a number and then you look it up and you get the answer to your question.
Right.
So she decided one day to give it to me.
Uh-huh.
She bought it at the grocery store at the checkout line.
I
And
remember
it was well thumbed. I mean, had been used a lot when she gave it to me.
Yeah.
But it turns out that she had asked it how she was going to die, and it said in a train wreck.
Oh no.
And then they were traveling across the country on a train to see Beppy. Oops. Yeah. One of their daughters.
Yes.
And they were in a train wreck. The train crashed into something or something. And apparently
that she had that. I'm so glad.
She lived through it.
Good.
But it freaked her out so much she didn't want to even have it in the house.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
So I asked it and it told me I'm going to die in poverty.
Oh,
I know.
The world comes to an end and no money is no good. That could be.
Well,
I've
been working hard all my life not to be impoverished.
I know. Well, if everybody is, then who really is,
I have property I can grow food on. So there you go.
That's right. There you go. So yeah, that's really, it's, what is it? I never had that thought before. If nobody had money, we'd all be on the same playing ground. No, not really. I was thinking about that the other day, I think.
It's called social comparison theory.
Really?
Yeah. If you grew up in a neighborhood where everybody is at your same socioeconomic level, really, no matter how low it is, then you don't grow up with a sense of injustice or,
Really?
yeah. But if you've got the rest of the neighborhood, even if you have a lot of money and they have more,
Yeah.
then that can have a negative psychological effect.
Interesting. Well, I'm thinking more on the lines of,
You went away. Hello.
uh-oh, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Oh, okay. If money no longer had value, and of course you could grow your own this, that, and the other, but I guess the people who had property would be in a better position because they could
Yes.
more, they could, make people who don't have property do things for them. So it'd be like a bartering thing.
You go
So
back to
still, yeah.
medieval times when you have the property owners and then you had the serfs on the land.
Well, I'd be obsessed.
But I think that my bread is so good that I would be able to barter my bread.
Yeah, you probably could. And I'm just going to walk around and say, don't you guys remember? I'm the princess. You just forgot. Yeah, I'm the princess. I have nothing good to give, just I'm a princess.
Well, you could sew. I can spin.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
else can I do? Oh, I can weave baskets. No,
And you can,
it takes
you
me a while, but I
train
can weave a basket.
you
What? What?
behave.
Can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, you can train animals with your animal behavior capabilities there.
Speaking of which, your son today impressed me.
Ah,
Yeah, he was very good with Anna.
yes, he was. He
And
is
it
really good
was,
with dogs.
huh?
He really is good with dogs when I see him. He really, he comes home with stories when somebody gets a new puppy or somebody has a dog. He'll come home and say, such and such, she was so funny and blah, blah, blah. So,
Well, he was also very nice to Phoebe when Phoebe was being jealous. He really
mhm.
would go over and make sure that her feelings weren't too hurt. I thought that was nice. Your dog.
That is nice, actually. I wonder if he's like that with people. That would make me happy.
Really? Why?
Just because I
Dogs
worry.
matter more.
He's the littlest, and I'm always worried that he's like a little firecracker. So,
He also impressed me because when I was explaining, I wasn't chastising him for tugging on the toy when it was on his mouth. I
right.
was explaining to him why you don't do that as part of training.
Mhm.
But he actually was very respectfully listening
Oh yeah,
and thinking about it.
I think he had never heard of that or realized that. So, and he understood it. So that was good.
Yeah, Phoebe didn't really have training in her youth the way
No,
most dogs do.
no. And he pushes Phoebe like around her food. Like if we're eating supper and Phoebe's there and she growls at him or something for walking too close, he'll stop everything and get closer until she calms down around food while he's there. So,
That's really good dog training. You
yeah,
don't let kids and dogs get away with those things.
yeah, well, he
But
doesn't.
you don't have to be mean about it.
No, he's not. Phoebe doesn't like talking about this right now. She just sighed. Like,
Oh, it's like, don't talk about my flaws and let other people learn about them.
so anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut this into two. I really like this chat after the Sarah Matthews. So if there's any way possible, we should, you know, cut it
Make
in
this into
half.
two podcasts.
Yeah, and put this on the back burner and I'll listen to it.
We'll just call the second one Chit Chat,
Yeah, I think that's fun.
beginning with Mr. Toad.
Yes. Oh yeah. That's how it started too.
Yeah, I know. I knew I was
Fortune
sidetracking us.
tellers and the end of the world. There you go.
All right. So, shall we stop?
Sure. But I still want to talk, I think. I don't know. But
Well,
I don't want to record.
I'll call call me on the iPad.
Okay, I will do that.
So have a great night. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.